Hello everyone, welcome to S4 Finance. In this session, let's try to see how old BPC is different from new BPC. So sometimes you can refer this as BPC on BW versus BPC on S4. So these are the two different ways of representing the planning at this point of time. And let's see how the overall data structures changed from the planning perspective. So let's look at the framework in the planning in the BPC with standalone BW. So in this framework, basically your actuals are in ECC, which is ERP system, and you can also do some kind of planning in the ECC, which I explained you in a previous session, where you can have CCA planning, internal order planning, COPA planning, and other GL planning, so on and so forth. But again, we talked about that there are shortcomings as far the planning framework is concerned, the ECC. So for that purpose, SAP provided a separate dedicated BPC solution, which is on BW. So they need to install a separate BW system, and on that predefined BPC framework is provided. This as an application. SAP bought BPC software from Outlook Soft, and then the Outlook Soft they kind of merged into BW solution. So the backend was the BW, and then the Outlook Soft was like a front end kind of thing. So they kind of merged both of them, and then they provided planning and consolidation functions part of the BPC, that is called like business planning and consolidation. Sometimes they also refer as the business objects planning and consolidation. Again, on this tool, Microsoft Excel and NetWeaver, two versions were there because Outlook Soft was a Microsoft based tool, and then SAP provided EPM add-on to link it to pretty much NetWeaver version itself. So anyhow, both versions were used for BPC planning and of course consolidation as well. So here all the planning activity were part of the BPC planning. So which means like all the functions of planning from reconciling between different data elements within the different modules. So you can the entire framework, end-to-end framework, can be created in the planning itself here, and then you get the data from ECC, for example, and copy that data into BW and use that for planning purposes. Okay, so the planning source for the planning data from the ECC, and you get the data from the ECC, and then you manipulate the plan and continue the planning with the planning sequence and aggregations and all the planning activities. So but one basic shortcoming in this framework was that actuals were sitting in ECC and plan data was in BW, which means the source for BW data is always ECC extraction. So which means you have to extract the data from ECC into BW. On that you write all the required transformation rules, and then use the same data in the planning. So planning is a completely different system. So in order to have reports running in the BPC, comparison of the actuals and planning, again you have to get the actuals into the BPC system, then compare actuals with the plans. So actuals and plans in two different systems altogether. This created some kind of a confusion as far as business users are concerned. So the BPC is supposed to be in the hands of business users, meaning that they do all the planning workbooks and planning activities. Then they will compare this with actuals, but actuals were missing, so they have to depend on the IT to get the actuals from ECC to BW in a systematic like extraction programs and then compare. So that was a major shortcoming in this um, the planning application, which is like planning in BPC with a standalone BW. So let us look at like how the things changed in S4. Like again talked about S4 BPC planning. So here you have S4 system, which is ECC kind of system. Now you call it as S4, which is simplified fourth generation system. And the planning is performed on the system itself. So there is no separate BW system. And then you have Microsoft, pretty much the Microsoft Office analysis for the S4 system is available. So you will install add-in into the Microsoft Excel, and you use all the functionality on S4 system itself. Again, you have to carefully watch here. Is only planning activity is part of BPC. There is no more consolidation activity in this solution, which means like you're talking BPC, but actually it's like only planning activity here. Okay, and then you have actual stable data on S4 system, and also you have a plan data table, which is ACDOCP table. Both the tables are sitting in the S4 itself, and then actuals and plans in the same system. So here it's the best of the both worlds. You have actuals data in S4 system, plan data in S4 system, no extraction into BPC, and you are using the entire BPC framework, no replication real time, no separate BPC system, and simplification at core. And then one thing to watch here is that, or like notice here, is that the embedded BW. So some portion of BW coding is ported into S4 system itself for the planning purpose. So again, not the consolidation. For the consolidation, you have to use again BPC or Hyperion kind of solutions. So the BPC is SAP way of doing consolidation. But here, from the planning perspective, you are embedding entire BW framework. Basically, this embedded BW is accessing using info providers such as like multi-providers, virtual providers, virtual info providers on these tables like ACD-OCA table and ACD-OCP table. So on that the data is coming, and it's going into the BPC, and then pretty much you're using Microsoft Excel for getting that. So let's look at the comparison BPC on BW versus BPC on S4. You will hear the terminology called BPC for S4, but it's better to say that like BPC on S4, because it's like pretty much it is on S4 system itself. Okay, BPC on standalone separate BW system, but here embedded BW system, only plan data here. Plans and actuals are side by side. No actuals at real time. Of course, the actuals are part of the S4 system itself. Extraction is the key here in the standalone BW, and no extraction at all in the BPC system. And consolidation is part of BPC. There's no consolidation part of BPC here in S4, because that is separate system. And implementation cost wise, you need a separate BPC BPC consultants here for putting together the BPC solution. But in this case, you're pretty much using the same resources who are working on the ERP system, and pretty much you are enabling the standard content to do the planning. So this is like implementation cost wise, definitely there is a lot of reduction and elimination of extra resources for only BPC activity. So those who are part of your regular cost center planning, COPA modules, like all your regular modules they are working on, they will be providing this the business planning a solution itself. So that because SAP delivered it, so it simplified the data structures like that. Okay, please do visit simplefinancesupport.com for a demo on this BPC system, so you can see how in real time how it works. Okay, Thanks for watching this video. Please do visit, and if you like, please like our videos. Thank you.